All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in today. My name is Zanzi, and I am the host of the Discord Showcase AMA series. Today, we have the creator of Owlracle here today. Hoot, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity for showing my project for the Polygon community. Um,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
s- yeah,
Grateful to have you here.
good, thanks. I can start speaking a little about myself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we usually like to kick this off, is doing a little introduction. So, if you want to tell us your backstory and what you got you into crypto and ultimately developing Owlracle, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm a computer engineering, and currently I am a university professor at my country. I live in Brazil, and I started crypto in 2017 when the when BTC got around 20K price, and a lot of people joined at that time. But in DeFi, I started to getting interested around 2020. I started looking. I started transacting at BSC network, Binance, and when other networks came, I started to get interested. But something I never really used much is Ethereum because of the gas prices. And unless you're transacting a large amount, it can be really painful for your pockets, right? So I started looking for projects and found at gas station that they report the best gas price settings for Ethereum network, and they have a code open source. Then I started looking at it and thought myself, whoa, I could create something like that and improve not just for Ethereum, but for any networks that could come. Then I started building it for BSC, and for a while it was my project was called uh, BSC Gas. But when the opportunity came for expanding to other networks, I renamed it as Oracle. So I started supporting Polygon, then AVAX and such. And, today we have support for 11 networks. I started supporting some Cosmos as well, but there was not much demand for it, so I stopped the oracles. But we can we can expand for any networks right now. Well, I'm starting to build the oracles for Optimism and Arbitrum as well. But what are the motivation for building such system? Is because, well, people overpay gas most of the time, or even in cheap gas networks like Polygon, they there are times of network congestion that that your transactions might getting stuck if you do not set the gas prices accordingly. So I thought of building some kind of calculations that would show my users what is the best gas price to output in their transactions, even in And the objective was that these calculations show the correct values, even if the transaction uh, gas prices uh, was in a time of congestion, like spiking, like some time ago with the AVX got very congested. Polygon was well. Every network has that kind of episodes. So I'd like to talk about our products. The first of all, I built an API, and it's mainly focused on developers. So when you are building your own website, the front end of that website, you have to interact with contracts. Yes. So there is a gas price argument in the Web3 JS that often many websites leave it blank. It's an optional argument, but that is what makes your transaction output with a predefined gas price, and that is what Oracle can provide for you. The the best values for gas price to submit your transactions. So if you're using the API as a developer, you just make a request for our API and use the returned values in your front end transaction submission. So that is the main product. The API, you can use it in websites like I said. You can use in arbitrage bots or anything you might find interesting to know gas prices. And if you do this, you will make sure that your users uh, will not get stuck transactions, or in regular times when there is not congestion, you can make sure your users will not overpay, because MetaMask usually have an automatic gas price setting, but that is not optimal, and that is what we try to provide optimal settings for gas price. Okay, so uh, besides the API, we have an Chrome and Edge extensions. So this is more focused on the end users and not developers. And this extension have an awesome feature that is the TX advisor. That even when the website does not provide the gas prices and it leaves to default values, you can use the the Oracle extension to override the MetaMask gas prices. So you can use it anywhere you would make a contract call, any website making calls like I don't know, depositing collateral and borrowing and swapping. You can use the Oracle extension to override the gas prices set by MetaMask. So a third product is are the bots. Uh, there are Oracle bots for Telegram, Discord, and Twitter. So you can just uh, integrate it and invite the bot to your own community. And whenever users want to know the gas price for any of the supported networks, they can just call the command. Uh, I would like to show my screen to show you how it feels to navigate
Yeah, that
to
sounds
our
good.
website.
This is really cool.
Okay.
I like your project a lot. So yeah, let's jump into the showcase. Show us how it all works.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, can you see it? Okay, yes. Okay. Well, this is the website, owracle.info. You at first sight you can see the current gas prices for the selected network. In this case, I selected Polygon. You have plenty others. Uh, if the network is have the API enabled, you have the base fee and the tip, the miner tip. But if it doesn't, it use the gas legacy like uh, the, the previous settings. Okay. Here you have the history, gas history, but the most cool things about this website is that you can test all the endpoints in the sandbox mode. Here you just have to input your API key so you can mess with the arguments. I will explain in a diagram in a while what means every of these three main arguments: blocks, percentile, and accept. But if you make a custom default call, you'll get these values. So what this means? Well, the docs tell you what every of these response parameters means. Like if you click here, you can see what they all meant. And the sandbox is cool because you can tamper with some parameters, like if I want, I don't know, and make some call. The speeds response is the gas price you want. If you're building your own protocol, you'll want to call, you want to make this call, and the speeds response is the value you will input in your contract submission. Like gas price, I asked for three different speeds, and the speeds argument gave me the values. I will explain what they mean in a while, okay? But they are these values you must input in your submission, contract submission, contract call, okay? I will now show the diagram. Most people most people that came in contact with me ask, well, how your projects differentiate from other previous projects, like I said, at gas stations and the like. Uh, the main talking about the API itself. Well, we have the bots and we have the Oracle extension, but the API itself, the main difference is that it's very customizable. So you can not only choose the speeds you want, but you can say how many blocks you will scan. You can say you can say a threshold for the minimum gas on each block with this percentile. I will show the diagram and explain how my calculations are done. Okay. Uh,
Okay, sounds good.
okay. But okay. Um, can you see this
Yeah, looks
white
great.
diagram? Okay. Well, The RPC is the source of our information. So usually we start when we start uh, giving support of a given network, we start with the RPC, the same RPC link as the MetaMask. Then I look for other RPCs, because sometimes the RPC got slow. Uh, they they don't respond much. Then we have redundant RPCs. In Polygon, we have I think 4 or 5 different RPC links. So every block, every block being accepted, we scan them, and we build we build the statistics based on the last n blocks. So these last n blocks is the blocks argument from the request. The blocks argument, the default is set to 200, but it can be changed as you desire. If you want your predictions to be more responsive to the network's volatility, you can reduce the number of blocks analyzed, so it can give you a response more direct to the current situation. If you increase it, you will have a more averaged statistics. So we scan the blocks. Then for each of those analyzed blocks, we have to select the minimum gas price accepted. So the blocks only contains transactions that were accepted, were mined. So we pick from every block the minimum gas accepted from each block. In this case, we have random numbers I put here. Then we sort it ascending. Then to pick the minimum gas price accepted on that block would be this block, 24 Gwei. But the percentile argument is meant to exclude some outliers. If some blocks have an accepted transaction with a extremely low gas price, you can use this percentile argument to exclude some outliers. So in the default setting, it's 0.3. So it will pick the third the third transaction in a block with 10 transactions. If there were 100 transactions, it will pick the 30th. Okay, so this percentile is meant to exclude outliers. If you increase it, you will receive responses more conservative. If you reduce, you will try to save more, but maybe you will consider some values that shouldn't be considered. Well, after picking the minimum gas price accepted on each analyzed blocks, let's see 200 blocks, the minimum gas price accepted on each of those blocks, then we have the third part, that here I put just the minimum gas price accepted on each of the analyzed blocks. Here I pick the 5 to show as an example. I sort them. Then the accept argument comes into play. It's the speed. It's the speed parameter. Like if you want the fast, slow, standard, instant, you will you will put these values in the accept argument. Like if you put 40 here, like here, I'm saying that I want the minimum gas price accepted on 40% of the analyzed blocks. So it means that probably my transaction won't be accepted as fast as if I picked some other gas price from more right. So 75 is the second speed. It means that I want the gas price. I want the gas price for my transaction to be accepted on at least 75% of the analyzed blocks. So as I have only 5 blocks, I have 20% for each. Then I will pick this here, the green one, and will output me 32 Gwei. 100, well, it means all blocks. So it outputs 45. So the speeds parameter on the response will give me 29 for the first speed, 32 for the second, and 45 for the third. And that is what means every one of the 3 arguments you make when using our API. Let me show back the website. Okay. Okay. Let me switch. One moment. Can you see the website?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Well, there is the gas history as well. If you want to build some service to provide your users with history, the gas history that I don't know, Polygon, what was the average gas price on that date. So we are building that information as the time goes. So the gas price is very simple to call. Like here, I give the simple call. I can copy to make I don't know if I open the JavaScript console, I can just paste this along with the domain, and you will receive a JSON response like that. This is the gas prices that we provided. Acceptance means how much of the blocks this gas price was accepted. The current target for me was 35, like my accept argument tells. So acceptance for this is 35%. It nailed. So 60 as well and 80 as well. Estimated fee is the value on USD terms. In USD terms, like this time, Matic have this price, so it calculates the average. Where? Okay. It calculates the average gas used in those analyzed blocks, the gas price, and the price of Matic to give this price estimation. So I will open the extension. Can you see the extension here? Or because it's another window, it doesn't show?
Yeah, I think it's because it's another window, it doesn't show. You might be
Okay,
able to
I'll
switch the sharing.
show the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I show the screen.
By the way,
Okay.
guys, if you have any questions for Hoot, just drop them in the voice chat text channel and I'll read them out to him.
So here is the extension. So we have. Can you see now? Hi.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. The first button key here is gas price. Like the website, not much more to talk about. The second is the gas history, also the same as the website. The third is the TX advisor. So we can select this box, and every time you make a transaction, you can be, I don't know, in any DEXs or lending protocols. It will override MetaMask gas price with the suggested values. So of course you can set the speed. I will reload the page here. Well, what happened here? Got a little slow. Okay, here. So we can adjust this desired speed, and whenever I output a transaction, it will suggest me a gas price and override MetaMask gas price. This is more designed to users, while the API for developers. Uh, well, I think that that's it. I hope I explained the processes well. Sorry about my bad English, and
Your
I'm
English is
open
good.
for
It
questions.
was a great presentation. It was really cool presentation, very informative. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, one of my questions would be, are there any dApps that have integrated Owlracle that you're aware of?
So, the only information I have about this is looking at the request table at my database. So I don't have information about the APIs because they are hashed, so I cannot see the API itself. But when you create a new API key, like here, you can you can set origin and note, but it's optional. If you set this in the database, will show the origin and note, and I can see where the request comes from. But if you don't set, it won't show, of course, and the API itself is hashed, so not even I can can see what's your API. So because this is a fully automated process, you create your API, you make requests. When you recharge your key, you don't need to contact us for anything. Sometimes when there's some issue or questions, some people call me and say, oh, I'm from this site and I'm having this problem, or I have this feature request. Uh, there was sometimes I took some feature requests like, can you migrate to this network, or can you save the gas information for like Ethereum from 2017 and up? I say yes, of course, but people don't need to reach me for integrations. They just have to create an API key and make calls. So I don't have the information of which websites are using. So, but I've been talking with recently. I've been talking to Beefy. They showed interest. It will be uh, a huge partner, but they created an API, but we're still talking if they will use it or not. but if this they become our partners, it will mean a lot for Alco.
I really hope you
Uh,
land that partnership. That would be huge. Cause and like what you
yeah,
have right here, it's phenomenal. Like you offer an amazing service. I really hope you can drive the adoption to it that you deserve.
yeah. Uh, one thing is uh, I think is I don't like to call lacking, but one thing that could be better is our marketing, because I'm a computer engineering. I like to code. I don't know much about marketing stuff, and speaking the truth, I don't have the the capital for delivering market. So I like when people use it, and I'm grateful when they do. Uh, and I don't. Well,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know where I was talking.
I think
Okay.
one thing that you should, this is more of a suggestion than a question, but I think one thing you should do is, all of the front ends that you're aware of that use Owlracle, you should ask them all to, put like something about how they're using Owlracle with your logo, because you have a really good logo. Like it looks great, and it'll look great for them to
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
they're partnered with you. Yeah.
Yeah. That will be very good. Will give visibility to the project. Uh, most about speaking about that, most projects can leverage their engagement being on Twitter, on the platform itself, because they have some kind of incentives tokens or whatever. So it's really hard to create a project where people just use this and will be cool. Most people in crypto are dragged because of they want to profit, right? So Oracle is just a humble tool to help devs. So the selling point is not as strong as other kinds of platforms.
Yeah. That makes lots of sense. Um, Cool. Well, do you guys have any questions for Hoot while we have him here? Please drop them in the chat. And other than that, I've dropped all of his social media and his website link. It's all in the voice chat text channel for anyone who wants to follow up with him. And is there anything else you
Okay.
want to touch on that we haven't touched on already?
Well, oh, can I speak? Can I answer a question? Uh, some guy wrote on the chat.
Yeah, yeah. I think that if you're looking at the community voices chat, that might have been from the validator talk that was had today.
Ah, see. Okay, okay. Well, but that remembered, I think I forgot to speak about is the request limit from the API. The request limit. Uh, our project is open source. I don't know why I didn't uh, talk about it earlier, because it's uh, it's a strong value. Most Web3 projects um, release their contracts as open source because they have to, because that will give security, etc. But we have all our code open source, and that is a strong value of mine, because I believe people can see, can check, can criticize, fork. I don't know. This kind of projects where audits are not needed. Uh, is not mandatory to be open source, but we are. So another thing is the request limits. I believe any dev can make use of our API with the current request limits. You can you can request 100 times per hour without paying anything. It will be 2,400 times per day. Beyond that, you recharge your API and you will pay a very low value like 0.0005. So it people can use it very cheaply. Uh, I don't know any other service that provides this kind of value for for very little.
I feel like you could get away with charging more, even like you look at other oracles like Chainlink, for example. There it can be a little bit pricey when you're making lots of calls to Chainlink. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
do you have any plans for an Owlracle token, or do you just feel like there's no need for one?
So I've been thinking about it. It will, uh, it's in the plans, but why? I will want to release a token only when makes sense, and in which situation it will make sense. Well, there are plans. I don't have everything figured out yet, but the plans are to release some kind of token soft pegged to the gas price of the network, like following the gas price from Polygon. So why is that I think that's a cool thing because you can see in times where gas price is low, you can buy the token, and when afterwards when the gas price is high, you can sell the token, and in fact you will have used your transactions, you will have submitted your transactions in practice with the low value from, I don't know, a month ago. So in this type of scenario, it will make sense the release of a token, and I think it makes sense for our project to try to do such thing because I see a lot of value in a soft pegged token to the network gas price. But the recent uh, stable coins events make me scared of planning something like that. But I must figure out the right way.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Um, so like, I mean, you already mentioned this, but like, so you can integrate this into your own dApp. So say, just to like give an example, say I made like a simple NFT minting website. I could integrate this pretty fairly simply as something to give gas prices to like MetaMask of users trying to mint my NFT. Would that be like one potential use case for this?
Yes, you can use the extension if you're a user, so you can override MetaMask gas price with the gas price provided by Oracle just using our extension. If you're a dev, you can use the API and make a simple REST call and receive this information, and you can integrate with your website. It's really really simple. It's just a fetch from JavaScript, or if you're an end user and want to mint NFTs, you can just install the Oracle extension and enable the TX advisor.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then, but like, I just so as a developer, like, it would would say I made an NFT site with Owlracle, would it automatically like those are the gas prices it would give to users automatically that just meant through my website?
Yes, yes. When you're developing, you have in your front end to call the uh, Web3 library or any other, but eventually you will call the smart contract. You will make the interaction with the smart contract, being with any library you desire. I know the most the Web3 JS. When you interact your website with the smart contract, there are a series of arguments you pass, like your wallet, the user's wallet, the smart contract's address, and some other arguments. In this in this command, in this function call, you can pass gas price. If you leave it blank, MetaMask or any or the software you're using to make the interaction will provide the gas price automatically for you if you leave it blank. Some websites leave it blank, and you can see in MetaMask they see gas price like this. In MetaMask will show the recommended gas price. But if the website provides this gas price argument, it will appear in MetaMask like site provided in the MetaMask transaction confirmation window. If you just before the function call that interact with the smart contract, you make a function call, you make a request to Oracle, you will receive our speeds, correct? Like in JSON format. You just have to pick this value and put in your function to interact with the smart contract, and that's it. If you're interacting with a network that supports base fee and fee, you just have to subtract one for the other. If not, if you're using a legacy network, legacy gas networks, you just have to input the gas price value, and that's it. It just simple is you make a request, receive the gas price from Oracle. Then you proceed with interacting with the smart contract as you normally would, but you have to input the value received, and it just another argument. Like, I don't have a sample call for smart contracts here, but trust me, it's really simple. If anyone wants to have an example of how to use Oracle Gas Price in any smart contract interaction, just just send me a message and I'll show sample codes or whatever. But I trust me, it's very simple.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fantastic. Um, yeah, so there's just so many use cases for this. Like, say, even if I was like a decentralized exchange, a farming platform, or even a game, right? Like, we had sunflower
Yeah,
farms at one point, which put a lot of stress
yeah.
on the network. I feel like something like this would have been a
Yeah,
improve
that
that
was the
situation with
stress
that.
test.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when the sunflower incident happened, that was the stress test for Oracle, and for my surprise at the time, it handled very well. Uh, People using Oracle to submit transactions to Polygon at that time. Uh, I used it myself, and I got my transactions through.
I feel like that. now that I bring it up, like it could even be part of your marketing pitch, right? It's like what you have here is something that combats those kind of events, and if those events do happen, it helps you like weather the storm and get through them.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
Cool. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. I really enjoyed this presentation, though. It was awesome learning about Owlracle. If you guys have any questions, drop them quick in the voice chat text channel. Otherwise, you can follow up with Owlracle at their, there's their Telegram and their Discord, their Twitter. I dropped it all in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything? I'm assuming you covered everything you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I did. And I want to thank you so much first for the interest and second for the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime. You're always welcome back. I really enjoyed meeting you, and I'll probably follow up with you sometime in the near future. So thank you so much for coming out. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'm gonna end the event now. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks again, Hoot.
Okay, bye.